Now we're going to add various basic geometrical shapes to create a ring. It's an emerald engagement ring. The first shape is a torus. So we scale it up, rotate it through 90 degrees around the y-axis with 90, and we move it vertically with GZ. The second object we're going to add will be the mount for the emerald on the top, and we're going to use an icosphere, and we're going to reduce the number of faces. So we use the adjust the last operation and subdivide it once. Again, scale it up to match the size of the ring, move it vertically upwards with GZ. And then we're going to add 5 more icospheres. The first one will be the emerald, so we'll increase the subdivisions to 2 again, default, and move it vertically so it's approximately above where we want to. And that's going to be the emerald. For the 2 diamonds on either side, we can copy and paste. So using Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V, as in normal applications. We'll see later this is subtly different from using the default duplicate, which Blender uses Shift-D. So again, we scale it down, and then we copy-paste it and move the copied object along the y-axis simply by pressing Y and then drag. So these 4 are going to be diamonds. Now we're going to try to change the profile of the ring, and to do that we're going to select just the very inside vertices going round in a ring, and then we're going to scale them up, and that with the proportional editing still on, if you notice at the top of the screen. When we scale that up, it will squash the ring into a flat shape, and do the same on the outside. So our first attempt at selecting just the innermost vertices, we'll use the circle selection, which is C, and we see it's very difficult to do. And this is one place where the orthogonal view is much better. So orthogonal view and X-ray on. And then using the box select, which is the default, we can select just the center line of vertices. You see we've selected the inside and outside. So we deselect using circle select and the middle mouse button. And then we end up with just the selection. And sometimes selecting more than you want and deselecting is the most efficient way. But in this case, we'll see that the most efficient way is to use the loop select, which we'll cover next. So now we change the size of the proportional editing using the mouse, and then we use S to scale it. You can see how it's dragging the one around. If we look at it from the side, you'll see the profile more. So now, without using the shortcut, the edge loop selection is rather convoluted. We have to use select loops, edge loop, but you have to select one edge first, and we'll see that actually using Shift, Alt and clicking on an edge is much more efficient. Yes, we'll shade it smooth, the angular, so it looks from a distance at any. You can't see the as if it was a smooth object. Now we select the mount, and go into edit mode, we move the top vertex vertically downwards, and we probably don't need proportional edit, GZ, and then we'll select the second to bottom and bottom vertices and scale them in to make it slightly tapered, and then scale them in. The bottom of the mount matches the size of the ring, and the top of the mount matches the size of the emerald. Make sure the bottom vertex doesn't poke out. Now we need to join the two. We're going to use one material for all of the gold. So if we join the two separate objects into a single object using the mouse right button context menu and the join option.